Stars win! Let's go. Finally. Took 10 games, but finally did it. Something to build off of going into the playoffs. We needed something. We got something. This was an interesting game between two of arguably the most struggling teams in the round robin. Completely, like the 8 round robin teams, both conferences. They were both playing without a win. Winner plays Calgary, loser plays Vancouver. I'm really wasn't thrilled about either series going in because Dallas is playing bad. Vancouver looks really hot after this series win that they had against the Wild. Calgary's under a lot of pressure to perform, and they performed against Winnipeg. However, I maybe do feel a little better with the Calgary one because they did face a fairly injury depleted Winnipeg team, so maybe that'll have a little bit of benefit there, if at all. But anyways, let's get into the game. First 3 minutes, Dallas was playing really well. I was like, okay, they're here to play. They were spending most of the time, if not all the time, in the O zone. Went for a line change, not a good one, and Sammy Blais would pass it across on a 3-on-2. Bozak let it go between his legs. Thomas picks it up in the slot, rips it past Todobin on their first shot. So that would make it 1-0 St. Louis on their first shot of the game. What a reoccurring theme for Dallas, eh? Perron would then take a penalty for interference, and the power play looked like crap. Nothing went on. Dallas would get another power play. About a minute into that one, Heiskanen would get a slash and he would negate it. St. Louis would kind of rag the puck for a little bit, and it'd be 44 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. 3 minutes left in the period, Dunn scores. And I was watching the replay of it when they were showing it. Janmark is literally just standing in the middle like this. And then his guy, Dunn, just skates past him, comes in, snipes one. I don't care what the heck's going on with your stick. You can't just stand there like this, dude. I know I've been hard on him, but just standing there like this, right in the middle of your zone, not literally being a gosh darn pylon. But Bonus would actually challenge it for offside, and luckily there was offside, so lucky break there. And then Stars would take a penalty, give St. Louis a power play. And then about a minute into that one, Thomas would take a penalty and negate that, so it's back to a 4-on-4 for about a minute. And the first period ends as a 1-0 score. Start the second, Dallas would take a penalty 2 minutes in. St. Louis would go on the power play. Nothing came out of it. Not a whole lot happened in the second. Dallas would go on a power play again with about 11 minutes to go. Hintz had an open net and he put it behind the net. That's something I've noticed about Hintz a little bit this year, is he's still doing a great job. He's still hustling his butt off every shift, but his finish just doesn't seem to be quite there. He's still finding himself, he's still creating. He's just struggling to get it on net. He put a couple wide, couple over the net today. I don't know, maybe he just needs to get one and then he'll start buzzing and bingoing, you know? Perry would receive a feed from the point, and he'd do a nice little dangle backhand roof off the crossbar. Oh no. And then rebound would stay out too. And then Sammy Blais would go to hit Sekera kind of by the bench and hit him from behind. Sekera fell, landed on Blais' leg. Blais went down. Play was whistled dead because he wasn't moving. He was kind of just humped over in front of the bench there for a little bit. Honestly didn't see what happened because the camera was panning kind of right as it went on, so you didn't really get a good look until they showed the replay. And then found out they called Blais for boarding after he got injured. Dallas on the power play. They started the second unit on this one, and Gurionov had a couple good looks, but he just couldn't quite find the back of the net. And then Dallas would get another power play. They went back to the first unit, and this was the best that the first unit had looked this far. But still, nothing would come out of it. Still a 1-0 game for St. Louis. St. Louis would then get another power play of their own. Not come out of that. 1-0 still at the end of 2. So we start the third. Get a minute in. Dallas does what Dallas likes to do. Take a penalty right early. Challenge themselves. See if they can dig a bigger hole to try and climb out of. Nothing comes out of that. And then Stars are pressuring. The puck hops around a little bit, but doesn't find its way in the back of the net. And then Gurionov comes in, takes a sharp angle-ish shot, kind of between the dot and the red line. He guys fire one short side. He hits the post. And about a minute 45 left in the third. Stars pull Dobie, and they're pressuring, trying to get something. And Heiskanen passes it to Pavelski, kind of on the side Sagan likes, but he wasn't playing today. He rips one right past Parayko's leg, off the bar, and in! 30 seconds left. The game is tied. St. Louis scores on their first shot of the game. Dallas scores on their last. We're going overtime. Overtime comes. St. Louis goes in, gets a chance. Dobie denies it. Dallas goes back, gets a chance. Allen denies it. St. Louis goes back, gets a chance. Dobie denies it. Dallas goes back. Heiskanen rips one off the post. That would be the end of OT. Off to shootout. St. Louis opted to shoot first. So Perron goes, skates in. Dobie's like, nah. Get that with the glove. Pavelski goes in, shoots, hits the post. Tarasenko comes in. He's skating in, shoots. Dobie, another glove save. Gurionov's like, okay, what am I going to do? Commentator's like, no one's dangled yet. He does a little back forth and just pops one 5-hole. Let's go. You can pans to Sagan in the crowd. He goes, woo! He's hyped. Let's go. O'Reilly has to score or they lose. He skates in, goes blocker. Dobie, bah! Nope, not happening. Stars get the victory. We play Calgary in the first round. It's not going to be an easy series. Calgary likes to be a physical team. So I'm really hoping this is where we see Jamie Benn go full beast mode again. You know, he seems to be a fairly good playoff monster, so hopefully that kicks in. I hope they do something, honestly, to tick him off, like in the first minute of the game, so he just goes beast mode and starts throwing hits, getting the boys hyped up, maybe even get a goal or something, you know. When he's buzzing like that, and he's physical, and he's mad, he's one of the top players in the game. He just doesn't get there, and he doesn't like to do that in the season. But when it comes to playoffs, he usually hits another level. And when he gets mad in the playoffs, look out. The shots in this game were 38-23 for Dallas. Dallas actually had 16 shots in the third period, so they were like, we got to do something here. Like, let's go. And it provided to work. The face-offs were 29-20 for St. Louis. The hits was actually fairly low hitting. Both teams, I feel like, kind of scared of being injured, and so the hits were 18-9 for Dallas, and the power plays did not look good. 0 for 6 for Dallas, and 0 for 5 for St. Louis. There was 11 power plays and not a single power play goal in this game. But that's it. That's where I'm leaving it. I'm glad the boys got something. They got a win. They got a little bit of morale boosted now. You could see when Pavelski scored that goal, he did it was a fairly funny reaction for 36-year-old man, but I'm happy to see it. You could tell it was a weight lifted off his shoulder. You get one, you're feeling better. Also noteworthy, Heiskanen has an assist on every single Stars goal thus far in the return to play. So if he can keep up being a dominant factor, and while some other guys shake off the little bit of rust from the break, the Stars could do some damage. It's going to be a gutty one against Calgary, though. It's not going to be an easy task. Both teams have something to prove, and let's just hope these are the ones that prove it. Talk to you guys later.